how is this now? You just listen to this. Fruits and vegetables contain cellulose in small amounts, which are easily digestible. Fibres contain cellulose, which act as roughage, giving the bulk to consumed food and helping in the smooth passage of the food efficiently out of the system, Right. Very true. How's that for praising a vegetarian diet? A fruitarian diet too. May just give us the substance we need to break down the cellulose. And in the plants and fruits that we eat, there's enough cellulose that is digestible. Do you mean that we have the right enzyme to digest it, or that it's available in the plants itself to us? After all, if you think of it, the cattle in eating the grass and so on are finding they have the enzyme to break down the cellulose when they have the gut bacteria that does it, and perhaps we can have the gut bacteria that does it too. Am I just going round in circles? Re-said what I've said already in the previous recording too? A and B? I think so. Possibly. Eating just the vegetable diet, well, I actually mean fruit diet really, but fruit and veg, plant diet, okay? Especially, I'm thinking raw, may generate exactly the gut bacteria that can destructure, break down the cellulose. Plus the plants, anyway, have the cellulose that you can deal with already. In other words, plant-based diet, especially raw, I'm assuming, and organic, of course. We don't want to shove in a lot of rubbish, do we? I mean, maybe something the body can handle and produce the enzymes as well, perhaps, that are probably still available in the plants or available in the cow anyway. And we're similar then if we're eating a cow's diet. I don't mean live on grass, but I do mean live on plant-based food. That's it. But is it the case that if I'm in sunlight and I'm taking in air, which includes carbon dioxide, I can extract not only the oxygen from the atmosphere, but the carbon dioxide, and the effect of the sun on my body is like the plant process. It can separate out the carbon from the oxygen as well, releasing more oxygen into the body. And carbon, we've got a chlorophyll type process. Does that mean I have to be a little green man? No, I don't think so. But yes, I do need to be possibly consuming a diet and sunbathing in the way that a plant does, so that I can increasingly make my own cellulose. No, it's not that, is it? I take the sunlight and I can take the carbon dioxide and I can build cellulose. And then also, like the cow, I can take the cellulose and break it down. If I'm on just a plant-based diet, meaning I can recycle the deteriorated matter in the body, which is just dead cellulose, so to speak, back into usable carbon. Got it. I've got a perpetual motion. Hang on, I don't know where the energy is coming from at the minute, but I've got a perpetual motion whereby I can receive sunlight, produce cellulose, build the structures that are wanted in the body using the cellulose, and when it gets destroyed, I can recycle the cellulose now back into basic carbon. And of course, as the body gets old, the carbon does get oxidized, doesn't it? The wood gets burnt, semi-destroyed. It's a lot going on in there, isn't there? I didn't realize the body was so busy. Yeah. Look, I haven't sorted it all, I know that, but I just feel I'm getting a much bigger picture of what could be going on here. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Okay, here we go. Paramahansa goes one further than this. Perhaps the energy coming in is not just coming from sunlight, or what we see, and see is what I mean as sunlight. You see, some of the radiation from the sun probably goes straight through the planet. You know, there's neutrons, is it, that... What are those particles that are reckoned to go straight through the Earth and so on? Is that because of their speed or their mass or their tininess? I don't know what it is, but you know how you might have a heat lamp. One of those things that cafes have outside, you know, so that you can feel the warmth coming from it, but it's not glowing red like an electric bar of a fire. It's black, but it's giving out radiant heat, isn't it? And you feel it straight through into your nerve cells and so on, you know. And you say, oh, that's nice and warm. There's rays that do pass straight through the clouds, the earth, the air, the ground itself, straight through our body. We're being irradiated all the time. You could call that ether, couldn't you? And perhaps when we quote sunbathe, that's a very visible form of receiving radiation and a very peculiar, narrow range of radiation, but we're receiving radiation all the time, even on this cloudy day here, me sitting next to my bookcase in the armchair, looking out at the Taupri mountain in the distance. I mean, I'm still receiving, both through my eyes, light, and whatever radiation is going on, including apparently Wi-Fi stuff going straight through me. And we're a bit worried about some radiations. We think they might not be too good, but well, to trust in God for a lot of it, don't we, till we know better. And then we trust in God too, I suppose. Yes. Who would not want to trust in a all-powerful God that loves you How could you come across anyone that didn't want to say they'd be in love with that? Should I say with him or her? Both. Wish we had the right pronoun. So ultimately, no, I can just sit in meditation in my cave in the middle of a pyramid, if necessary. I wouldn't choose to. I might put. I'd rather sit by the lake. You get the light of heaven reflected off the lake as well, don't you? Gosh, that's a thought, isn't it? I wonder if the notion of water, in that it reflects the sky, has something of the truth in it, that it's reflecting the radiation that brings you life. Marshall, you're a sun worshipper. Yeah, but it's my God's Son. God's Son. It has the radiance of God. And it's God I'm really worshipping. Are you worshipping His radiance as well? I think I'm overcome by the glory of God, yes. I think that's a Jesus-type answer to get out of the corner I feel I've talked myself into. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Well, you know, it's Easter. It's Easter, we don't call it Easter Saturday, but it's the Saturday. Yesterday was Good Friday. And all the shops are open today, so they'll be out there shopping, people will be. Had a good day yesterday, as you can see from what I published, the last 3 of them on was it Trump? I published the same day as I was produced it. I haven't done that for a long time. Long time, I think. Hardly at all. And I wonder if today I should do the same with these 3 recordings here. This is C, isn't it? I think I'm on C at the minute. Let me see a minute. Yes, it's C. There's some notion, you know, that if you're in good company, then that's a tremendous help. It's as if they're giving off, I don't know, the same magnetic or electromagnetic auras or atmosphere that encourages each other. It's about a bit like being at a rugby match, a stadium, and they're all singing, well, they used to, I don't know if they still do, the national anthem of football stadiums, say, you know. And, okay, well, the national anthem does mention God, but I wouldn't say it was unbelievably holy. But the fact that they're all singing it together in such unison, it's incredibly stirring. You've got thousands of people all tracing the same words into the atmosphere. And have you heard the piece of music, Chorus of the Hebrew Slaves? I think it goes dun, 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 dee, 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 la da dee, 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 da 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 da, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da dee. And so it goes on. It's a fantastic piece. Something of that. minds together that are, in some sense, focused on the transcendent results in an astonishing lift. That's what worship's about, you see. It might be totally foreign to you, but let me describe to you in some sense. You know, you go to a Pentecostal type meeting, Pente's, and you got rid of all the churchy people who only come to the morning meeting, and you've got a worship session in the evening. And provided, you know, you've shot the minister or he can't come that night, and so can't interrupt with the sermon, and you've stopped the mouths of those that have decided they've received a word from God and they're going to stop everything and tell you what it is and totally kill the performance. You've got rid of all such white noise, and you're just worshipping. And the whole group goes on for hours, just singing choruses, worshipping endlessly, wonderfully. And you don't get tired, you're just loving God in the company of people that just are wanting to love God with all their heart and soul. And the Holy Spirit honors that wonderfully. The whole place is just lifted in a freedom of worship and devotion and love. It's something to be experienced, and it's what I miss from church. The rest, you can keep the rest. I'll accept the fellowship. I love the fellowship where we care for each other. That's just wonderful, isn't it? How can I produce that, Lord, without all the burden of religious organization and theology and ritual and gossip and roles and procedures and protocols and all the rubbish that the world has in every organization it has to produce. Just want to love you, Lord. Does one do it on one's own? In a way, yes. When you feel the presence of God, you just feel his loving care. Think of the near-death experiences where they're overcome by the love, just being loved, filled with love. And they come back to the physical world, and after they've settled out a few days or a few years even, their life is just transformed. They're a new creation through the experience of this love. Know what you want, know what you value, and single-mindedly pursue it. Love the Lord your God, with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. You'll actually feel you're concentrating on all your mind and all your strength. But it's not. It's your motivation behind it, which is transformed, you know not how. By the Holy Spirit, of course, in fact. Such that heart and soul, you know, is bent on him only. And the mind and strength just follow accordingly. Lord bless you and keep you and cause his face to shine upon you and within you, always, now and forever. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.